Too late to hide.
6th, 2025. An explosive-laden Ukrainian fiber optic FPV drone infiltrated Russian positions in the Lyman sector and locked onto a group of Russian soldiers. Moments later, the soldiers were seen running desperately in an attempt to escape the pursuing drone. At the end of the long chase, one of the soldiers became the drone's target. But did the attacks end there? Of course not. Many Russian positions in the same area were again under attack by drones. Russian soldiers became targets of the drones one by one.
And you're done.
So what do you think about these drone attacks? Is it possible to take precautions against drones? We look forward to reading your thoughts in the comments. Look closely. The soldier trying to shoot down the drone under the tree is failing. A Russian soldier carrying a bag with unknown contents.
Unknown contents. What do you guys think it is in that bag? Let me know in the comment section.
Was captured by Ukrainian drones. It was not clear what the soldier intended to do. He was panicked and frightened. Looking around nervously, the soldier was either trying to escape or hide from someone.
Obviously, it's important enough to carry it while he's running away from the drone. So, life or death, that bag has some important shit in there.
What do you think it was carrying? Ammunition? A drone attacking a soldier standing under a tree successfully targeted the soldier. The soldier, whose identity is unknown, was lost in a massive explosion. This time, Ukrainian FPV drones began a long pursuit. Their target was a lone Russian soldier wandering around.
Man, should have stayed home.
Unaware of the drones following him, the soldier continued walking helplessly across empty fields. He looked quite exhausted, but it was clear from his camouflage, weapon, and backpack that he was a fully equipped soldier.
No shit.
The tired Russian soldier sat down to rest, but still did not notice the drone preparing to attack. The soldier, who had been resting for a while, appeared to be injured. He was having great difficulty getting up. Thinking he was safe, the soldier continued to lie down, but an FPV drone continued to approach him rapidly. Within just a few seconds, the FPV drone struck the Russian soldier at high speed. A front line filled with swamps.
That's nasty.
This is the Donetsk region. An FPV drone is searching the route used by Russian soldiers in the area. This is a route used regularly by Russian soldiers.
All that mud.
The drone, moving very quickly through the area, soon targets a Russian soldier. The Russian soldier luckily survives the first attack maneuver, but there is nowhere to escape here.
Wow.
The soldier who fell to the ground tried to stop the drone with his foot.
They always do.
In the Pokrovsk region,
They
a
always
Ukrainian
trying to stop it
FPV drone
with their feet.
operator targeting Russian military logistics routes took action, aiming to attack logistics vehicles. However, shortly thereafter, he spotted a Russian soldier attempting to hide by remaining motionless in the forest in a very interesting way. This also demonstrates how experienced these Ukrainian drone operators are.
Wow.
The soldier, who was trying to remain motionless to avoid being detected by the drone, was unable to escape the approaching drone. You can support us by liking and commenting on the video.
Support State 24.
This time, it was an even more interesting attack. A Russian soldier tried to shoot down a drone with his automatic weapon, but couldn't hit it. Then the soldier lay down on the ground, covered himself with a blanket, and waited.
He's like, I might as well just go straight to bed. I can't hit that drone.
Why do you think he did that? Did he panic? The soldier covering him decided to wait motionless on the ground. The Russian soldier had now become an easy target for the kamikaze drone. A lucky soldier.
Do you want to see the uncensored versions of my videos that I just can't show here on YouTube? Well, now you can. Head over to olegreacts.net and there you will get to experience raw footage videos with no blurs. The link is in the video description. Check it out right now at olegreacts.net.
Managed to survive a drone attack. But what the soldier didn't know was that there were multiple drones. The soldier who survived the attack began to flee.
Look at that red field. That reminds me of a video game. that I just played not that long ago. You might have never heard of it, but if you played Stalker, there's a mission in there, and you would know exactly what I'm talking about.
But there was almost nowhere to hide or take shelter. The soldier ran to hide under a stolen tree, thinking he would be safe there. But before long, a second drone attack occurred. The soldier, noticing the second drone approaching, resumed the fight. The soldier, who didn't even have a weapon, was at a loss for what to do.
That was a miss.
Strangely, the soldier managed to survive the second attack, but it wasn't over yet. An FPV drone took off for a third attack. The lucky soldier did not manage to survive the third attack.
Ooh.
The drone belonging to the 3rd Assault Brigade is attacking soldiers who had previously been located and set up camp. Most likely, the soldiers are caught off guard while sleeping. They didn't even have time to escape.
Wow. The boys were just going in for a little camping trip. And didn't get so lucky.
Soldier who tried to hide behind the tree failed despite all his efforts.
Little boys camping trip.
Soldiers who thought forested areas were safer were met with a shocking attack when they least expected it. The fact that soldiers were attacked, even in an area filled with trees, clearly demonstrated that these drones are the most critical weapons of war.
Right.
Ukraine's 414th UAS Brigade, Magyar's Birds, has targeted numerous Russian soldiers over the past 4 days. It is unknown whether the soldiers always being alone is a tactical situation. However, every time they were alone, they became the target of drones. By the way, your likes and comments on the video are a huge support to us. We look forward to your moral support. In an urban area on the front line, a soldier from Ukraine's 12th Special Forces Brigade, Azov, was attempting to take up a defensive position inside a damaged building. After observing the surroundings for a short time, he suddenly heard the distinctive buzzing sound of a Russian FPV drone approaching. Realizing the immediate danger, the soldier quickly raised his weapon and took aim.
That little silencer on there.
With a single, precisely timed shot, he successfully shot down the incoming FPV drone before it could strike, narrowly avoiding a deadly attack.
Wow.
3 Ukrainian soldiers raised the Ukrainian flag near a tall building in Pokrovsk.
That's big. In Pokrovsk, I thought the Russian took that town, right? This is only a few days ago. This video is not that old. Maybe a week at the most, but yeah, I thought they took, the Russians took the Pokrovsk.
Donetsk region, which is alleged to have recently fallen under Russian control.
Right.
This shows us that Ukrainian forces have not abandoned the Pokrovsk region and are still continuing to defend it. Last night, a drone attack from Ukraine was carried out on a building in the Russian city of Ryazan.
Oh, wow.
It has not been disclosed exactly what was targeted in the attack. However, it is believed to be a building housing the Russian military command.
Wow.
Ukrainian SOA FM unit of the 81st Airmobile Brigade took out Russian soldiers in the Siversk direction. When you look closely at the attacks, you see that the soldiers are generally elderly people. Why do you think that is?
In their 50s or older. Why do you think that is? Let me know in the comments section.
Most of them be contract soldiers or people forcibly sent to the front.
Bums.
In the city of Bakhmut, located in Ukraine's Donetsk
and alcoholics.
Region, Ukrainian aerial reconnaissance continues to play a key role on the battlefield. In this footage, a Ukrainian copter is seen actively correcting the fire of a grenade launcher, guiding precise strikes onto buildings where enemy infantry has taken shelter. The coordinated attack inflicts heavy fire damage on the targeted positions. During the same operation, the evacuation of a wounded Russian soldier is also captured, highlighting the intensity of the ongoing clashes in the area. With the arrival of winter, soldiers on the front lines are facing even greater hardship. Russian soldiers...
That was a headshot. Can we go back to that for 1 second?
Soldiers on the front lines are facing even greater hardship.
Jesus.
Russian soldiers attempting to set up camp are now sitting ducks for kamikaze, FPV, and fiber optic drones. Due to the rain, their trenches are filled with mud, so they are now trying to take up positions in the forest. Here again, Russian soldiers who have set up camp and taken up positions are being attacked by drones. FPV drones, which are capable of very fast maneuvers, can move very easily, even in areas with dense trees. Look at the soldiers standing still.
We're playing hide or seek here, man, and the Russians are not really good at hiding.
As can be seen, Russian forces continue to suffer heavy losses in the Donetsk region. In the city of Toretsk, Donetsk region, soldiers from Ukraine's 12th Special Task Brigade launched a coordinated operation against Russian positions. First, Ukrainian forces professionally surrounded the area and secured all possible escape routes. Intelligence revealed that Russian soldiers were hiding inside an abandoned house. The assault began with Ukrainian troops throwing an explosive device into the building, causing heavy losses inside. After the blast, one
He told him to throw away his weapons, man.
surviving Russian soldier decided to surrender, first throwing his weapon away and then slowly climbing out through a window with his hands raised. After clearing the area, Ukrainian soldiers planted OZM-72 anti-personnel mines along key routes and withdrew safely from the operation zone.
Wow.
Ukrainian kamikaze UAVs carried out a series of coordinated strikes in the cities of Feodosia and the village of Novofedorivka in Crimea. During the operation, a Russian Su-24 frontline bomber was hit, along with a Castor 2E2 radar system and 2K1 Podlot radar units. Ukrainian drones also struck a freight train and destroyed a Ural 4320 military truck in the area.
Good.
In addition, a Russian Orion Strike UAV was detected
there's a
eliminated
lot of them
during the same wave of attacks. These strikes significantly disrupted Russian air surveillance, logistics, and frontline strike capabilities in the region. You can support us by liking and commenting on the video.
Oh, that's a expensive plane.
The war between Ukraine and Russia is still raging with full force. However, neither side has been able to reach an agreement yet. While Russian forces want a large piece of land, Ukraine is still defending itself and trying to regain the territory it has lost.
Yeah.
What do you think will happen in this war? Will Ukraine give up, or will it be able to regain its territory? We look forward to hearing all your thoughts in the comments. However, it should be noted that both sides are suffering heavy losses. While Ukrainian forces are conducting most of their defense with unmanned aerial vehicles, Russian forces are utilizing their infantry and numerical superiority. On a front stretching thousands of kilometers, both countries are constantly engaged in battles to capture and defend territory.
Yeah, that is wild. I don't know, I can't predict the future, but Ukraine's going to be constantly on defense because they're the ones who are getting invaded. And also, Russia has way more personnel, soldiers, than Ukraine, because Ukraine is a smaller country and with a smaller population. But I think if Ukraine can get enough drones, and I know they have a lot, their goal was to have 2 or 3 million drones in 2 years ago or something. If they have enough of these small kamikaze drones, I think we can level the playing field a little bit. There's going to be a lot of Russian casualties. There already are. I think it's over 1 million now with killed and injured combined. So that's a lot of people if you think about it. Over 1 million soldiers there are out of order, right? Can't come back and they can't fight again because they're missing limbs or they're dead. So I think if we keep going at this rate, like Madar said, the quota has to be met. I think another year or two, if the casualties surpass 1.5 million, maybe 1.8 million in the next 2 years, if this war goes on for another 2 years, right? We don't know. We're obviously going to be in some kind of a stalemate the Americans and the Europeans, and they're trying to kind of have some kind of a peace agreement, but Russia does not want to do a ceasefire or any peace deals because they're angry that they couldn't take Ukraine in 3 weeks. So they're going to keep fighting. They're like angry little kids. And I think they're going to just keep fighting, and they're not realizing how much damage they're doing to their own population. And obviously, it's kind of a genocide on the Ukrainian population. But that's kind of what Russia's doing at this point. That's what they want to do. So I don't know. I just don't see this war ending anytime soon. Even with Trump's peace talks and peace deals, I don't think Trump realizes that Putin does not want peace. And it's like Zelensky can only do so much. He has to stick with his people. He can't just give up now, because the Russians, you have to understand that any Russian deal you take, it's just going to be thrown out the window, right? So it just won't be good for Ukraine. And I that's my take on stuff. Sure, like I know that like the war's going and a lot of people are dying on both sides. We don't really care about the Russian side as much because they're the invaders. They're in the wrong, so I don't care that much. So that's least of my problems, right? The Ukrainian people are the ones who are suffering and dying and getting their homes destroyed. So that's my take on it. Let me know in the comment section if you guys heard of any recent news on this, because I follow it a lot and I just don't see an end to it anytime soon. I could be wrong. As always, підпишись безкоштовно, subscribe, it's free. Like the video, it doesn't cost any money. And check out State 24. Their YouTube channel will be in my video description. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you guys next time. До побачення.